It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
Just having a look at the sweepings on the cutting room floor there.
Well, there's a couple of inventions that I didn't get round to mentioning today that I thought we could talk about now. How about we start with this jaw chiselling gum? This is a new trend on TikTok, you might be surprised to hear, amongst teenage boys who are using this particular chewing gum to improve their jawlines. It's called mastic gum.
Right.
And they say, promises a chiseled jawline, supposedly by building your jaw muscles.
You get a Top Gun jawline. Have you noticed all those people on Top Gun? They've got very strong jawlines and smug faces.
Well, celebrity dermatologist Dr. Paul Jared Frank, please keep up with these people, has said he's sceptical about it. He said it's not possible to target fat loss in any particular area, and the appearance of your jaw depends on your genetic bone structure.
Yeah.
Chewing gum regularly may strengthen your masticatory muscles. Mum, I'm masticating in here. Stay out. But all it does is strengthening the muscles in your tongue and your cheeks.
Right. Because then you get the cheek muscles in the aforementioned Top Gun. There's a lot of people, Tom Cruise particularly, does great cheek muscle acting.
Yeah, but I think that, do you think he's unsupported by fillers, etc.?
Oh, no, he does good face muscle. There's a bit of a flex.
When I was younger, I was concerned about my kind of double chin.
Yep.
And I used to every day do an exercise of this, which works on radio. Are you ready? You can I'll do it and you describe what you're saying.
You look deranged. Yeah.
But what am I doing?
You're making a deranged face.
I'm pulling my lower jaw
You
like
look
Mrs.
like-
McGillicuddy up over the
Yes.
top.
You look like Wallace or Gromit.
Yeah, I did that probably for a couple of weeks and I thought, I give up.
You've stopped doing that
I
now.
remember once I was doing a Beyond 2000.
Now that you've got more chins than the Chinese phone.
I don't have time to do it. I was once doing a Beyond 2000 story where they wanted me to go into a dolphin pool in a swimming costume, and I was never a swimming costume person.
Yeah, but that was the time. That was that era of the misogyny. Get the girls in a swimming costume. That's what it's all
a
about.
science show. And I said,
Yeah.
can I wear a wetsuit? He said, I don't know. And in the end, I did go in a wetsuit. But the night before, how ludicrous, I was so anxious about it, I did about 12 squats and I thought, well, that's all I can do. The night before, I thought, well, that's done now. That's all I can offer.
So you were hoping that you
12
would...
squats will make all the difference after 40. Oh, no, Bobby, how old was I? 28. After 20 years of inactivity and genetics,
12
I thought that
squats.
might help.
So you would magically become Mrs. Vavavoom.
Yes. I once said to my husband.
Except when you took the wetsuit off, it went
like
vavavoom.
inflating a zodiac. I once said to my husband, do I have legs like Elm McPherson? He said, your legs are like L. Oh, thank you. Your legs look like L.
Can I just say this?
No.
You've got good legs.
No, I
think
don't. I don't.
Where does this come from? I've seen your legs.
I never, you're one of the few, and that's only because I had to pull that motorcycle off you.
Yeah, and I was
It's only being attacked by
I
one.
remember as my circulation was getting cut off in my own leg, I remember seeing you hike your skirt up and you showed me your two legs, very supple and
My two
firm
legs. I don't do
And
legs and I don't do arms.
I thought, I was always under the impression up until I'd seen your legs that I thought that you would have thick-setted legs like you were from Adelaide.
well, you often said I
people
had
are
an
south of-
Adelaide neck. You said I had a thick neck.
No, I didn't say you got. No, I never said that. I said you got an athletic neck. There's a
And
world of
swimmer's
difference.
neck.
No, athletic neck, and it's a beautiful neck.
Okay. You're just backtracking now.
I'm not backtracking at all. This is
But
what I've said. I've never
if ever I have
changed.
to work with a stylist,
Yep.
I say, look, please, I can't do arms and I can't do legs. If I turn up to a photo shoot and there's dresses, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Let me tell you about another invention that I've come
Away
across.
from the jaw chiseling gum.
Yeah. And Mum, I'm masticating. Okay, this one. You ready for this? We've had jaw chiseling gum.
Yes.
How would you feel about a bum wiping mirror?
I don't.
This is like a reverse camera for accuracy. So it's like
come
I've got a close-up mirror that I put on my bathroom mirror at home to pluck out my chin hairs.
Yeah.
This is a mirror you put on the toilet lid. You lift up the lid. You put this magnifying or whatever mirror there so you can watch yourself. I'll read you from their website. Are you ready?
God.
Introducing the original toilet mirror by Eid. The ultimate.
The original, but there's a whole.
Then don't be fooled by imitations.
What have I missed? How did I miss the OG?
The ultimate solution for achieving bathroom independence and ensuring cleanliness. This innovative, first-of-its-kind product empowers users of all ages, enabling a new level of confidence in personal hygiene. Whether potty training or managing needs, your mirror provides a clear, direct view that traditional methods can't match, making it essential for everyone's bathroom etiquette.
Oh, my God.
A direct view. Who wants that?
No one wants that. Is that attached to the toilet?
You attach it to the
So
toilet.
it's attached to the toilet?
So you stick it on.
Oh, God.
And I'll show you that once again, here's another visual that you can describe.
Here we go.
Are you ready to see it?
Please.
Looks a little bit like this. Here's the ad.
Toilet mirror. Okay. And you attached it, right?
Attach it and then see what happens.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Someone's
okay.
doing a demonstration.
Oh, okay.
They've got shorts on with a cutout, but I'm hoping
Yeah.
it's a fake buttock.
Yep. If anything, it's going to stop the cocaine crisis.
No one wants to look up their own address.
No.
Well, they're two inventions. I'll keep my lookout for more.
I can't believe I missed the original toilet mirror by Eid.
Back up.
Yeah. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah. The cutting room floor.
Oh, yeah. If you're a bit of a Lothario or Lothario, it's harder and harder to get away.
Is that like a Sagittarius?
It's very hard to get away with your Lothariestic activities, if there's such a word.
Well, you're being overly verbose. If
I
you're
am.
saying if you're going to root around, you'll find out.
Yeah.
These days, people
F around and find out.
People get caught all over the place, don't they?
They do. What about the tale of the vegan influencer who busted her cheating boyfriend thanks to a pepperoni pizza order?
Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? She used his phone. They both committed vegans, and she's a vegan influencer,
Yeah.
a VF. So she used his phone and his app to order some food, and she saw pepperoni pizza,
Yep.
and she knew it wasn't his because he's a committed vegan. So when I first read this story, I thought maybe he's cheating by eating meat, but I don't think he's eating meat. She unleashed or discovered
Yep.
his infidelity.
He's eating out somewhere else.
He's not keeping it in his pantry at home, is
Not
he?
at all. Not at all. So that begs the question, is he a vegan? Does that mean he dallies into eating a bit of...
No, I think it means,
Product?
well, she has assumed here, she's found out that he's cheating. He's still a vegan, but he's having it off with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be the bigger indiscretion than finding that he's a side meat eater?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? How would you feel about that?
Which bit?
Being betrayed in food or betrayed...
I'd rather be betrayed in food than betrayed. How about you?
I think I'd...
What if you'd be outraged if your wife was a secret vegan?
I just don't get vegans. I don't understand it. It's not my bag, man. We are the apex predator of the world. We're the ones. We're the number one game in town.
Oh, yeah, because crocodiles are an apex predator.
No. We kill crocodiles.
Crocodiles kill us too.
Yeah, of course they do, and so do sharks, and so
And
do
lions.
lions and tigers and bears. But having said that, we're the ones that have their heads up and trophies in our dens and things like that.
Yeah.
That you don't go
I
around
think you'll
to.
find human skeleton bones
Yeah.
in the den of lions. You will.
Oh,
Not
would
as
you?
trophies, just for eating.
Just
so which is
sitting around.
worse? We do it for fun. They do it for food.
Well, it's kind of, that shows you how dominant we are. We don't even eat them. We just shoot them and put them up on the wall.
That's how dominant we
That's
are.
how good we are. Everyone talks about how great cockroaches are, but man will just keep living. That's what men do.
And so you're such a hunter-gatherer hero. Why don't you put your Domino's pepperoni pizza box up on the wall and go, honey, look what I've got for us. I've spent all day and look what I've got.
I hunted out this the other night and got the Uber Eats guy to come around.
Yeah, that's right. You're a hero.
I'm a giant hero, but that's what we do. I got a mate of mine, and he went for a body scan, and they found all these polyps in his body, and they thought he was riddled with cancer.
Oh, my goodness.
It was terrible. Oh, my goodness.
I didn't want to blaspheme.
Yeah, but it was terrible, and he was really worried about his life.
What was it?
They were like little mini cysts, but not cancerous. But his whole circulatory system had bypassed around these little polyps. His central nervous system, his
Had
blood,
worked itself
the
around
whole
it.
pulmonary system, as I said, weaved its way around. You hear stories about people with incredible tales of survival.
So what were they? And will they remove them?
No, they can't. There's too many of them to remove, but his body found a way.
And he can live with it.
He can live with it. He's fine. Totally fine now. They're not, cancer is the arsehole of it all, especially if you get it down there. But it is. It's the worst thing in the world, no doubt about that. But we have to marvel at the will to live, the human will to live.
Yes, but it's also like people who get splinters in a finger and it'll come out through your butt cheek 4 years later.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? And kids who get stabbed with pencils at school, when they're 50, the lead will come out somewhere completely different.
You got lead in your
Mr.
pencil.
Squiggle. That happened to him.
What have we got here, Miss Pat?
What did we start talking about? I can't even remember.
Vegans.
Oh, vegans. Look where they've led us.
Don't waste our time, you losers.
Oh, Jonesy does not speak for me.
Now go and eat your plate of seeds.
Yeah, yeah, everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, 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 everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. It's the cutting room floor. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, hello there. It's time for cutting room floor. You know what that means?
What?
That's cutting room floor.
Yeah, that's right. I've got a story that I think you probably can relate to. A football fan has accidentally dozed off during a match at the Euros in Germany. England was playing Serbia. So he's nodded off, but he's filmed himself waking up at 4 a.m. inside an empty stadium. So he's woken up going, I'm just waking up, I'm freezing. And then he pans and you see that there's no one in the stadium. So the game finished. Obviously, there were comfy chairs and a lot of beer. Game's finished. Every single person is cleared out.
Yeah.
And he's woken up at 4 a.m.
Was he by himself?
Well, I don't know if he went there by himself, but he woke up on his own. Maybe
That's what
he
I mean.
did.
His mates have just abandoned him.
Well, who knows whether he had mates there because he'd flown to Germany for the game. Having said that,
He might have just gone by himself.
well, but the flights from England to Germany probably is like us flying from Sydney to Canberra or something. It's an easy flight. So yeah, he obviously the staff didn't see him or let him sleep through.
Yeah. It's happened to me a little bit in my life.
I thought you might have an anecdote or two relating to this.
Two come to mind.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was at a party and I was young
Right.
and we're all supposed to be staying in a caravan outside this person's house and they wouldn't let me in the caravan, my friends, because they said I was too loud.
Right.
And so I went off my cracker at them and said, you fool. So I lay on the grass in front of the caravan and invariably fell asleep, just nodded off.
Ah, comfy.
Yeah, and then I woke up and like this the young Englishman in Germany, I thought it's cold, I'm going to go in the house. Problem is I got myself disorientated. I thought I'd fallen asleep, but I'd fallen asleep on the grass on the opposite side of the road. So when I thought, those mongrels won't let me in the caravan, I'll just go underneath the house. And it was like one of those houses that were up a little bit and had like a storage area. So I'm going in underneath the house with a lighter looking for a place to rest my weary head. So I got this lighter and it didn't work. So I'm just flickering. And then I hear this guy. He goes, excuse me, mate, are you all right? I'm like, hey, Mr. Stedman, yeah, those mongrels locked me out of the caravan, wouldn't let me sleep in there. And he just went along with me. So I came out from underneath the house.
Like a cat.
Yeah.
Like a stray cat.
And we're standing next to the swimming pool, but it was an above-ground swimming pool. And I've gone, hey, you've got an in-ground swimming pool and an above-ground. You've got two pools. Why have you got two pools? And the guy said, are you all right? And I went, well, I'll just go out to the caravan. So I've wandered out onto the street again. I've looked back at the house and then it's dawned on me.
Yeah. The
There's
house
the
with the
caravan.
built-in pool is across the road.
Yes, with the caravan. And I don't know whose house I was wandering through.
Right. He was very polite to you, considering if you lived in the States, you'd have been shot.
I'd been shot? No, he's a lovely
or
fella.
spayed like they do with stray cats.
Well, that was youth. I guess that was
incident number one.
incident number one. Another time I'd been at a footy game I was watching my footy team play, and because of my hours, I got on the train to get home.
What do you mean because of your hours?
Well, because I would do these early hours, I fell asleep on the train.
But this was late at night by now.
Well, not that late. So I've slept past my station,
Right.
and then I've woken up at Bondi Junction, and I've gone, well, what?
It's a long way from your place.
Well, yeah, I was supposed to get off at Janelli, and I've gone, well, hang on, where's? So Janelli to Bondi Junction, it's a fair whack. And well, what's happened? And I used to work in Bondi Junction, so I was thinking, well, why am I at work? And then my phone rings, and it's my brother. He says, where are you? And I said, I fell asleep on the train. And he said, you've got a drinking problem. And I've rung your wife and told her.
So had you fallen
on you,
asleep, missed your stop,
Yep.
and had gone right through to the end of the line?
To the end of the line at Bondi Junction.
And that's when you'd woken up.
Yeah, and it was at
That
that.
must have been a very long trip back.
Well, it wasn't that late at night. It was probably about, it wasn't the last train or anything like that, but I thought I'm not getting a cab back because that would cost, $70, and I will not. I refuse to pay for a cab back home. So I thought I'll just make sure I'm awake. So I sat on the train just pinching my skin, trying not to nod off. But the trains, they're so mesmeric, you end up just, going into a state of sleep.
Don't tell me you slept again.
Well, so what happened then, these young Maori fellas came on, hey, bro, it goes, on the thing. And I'm talking to them. I said, boys, if I fall asleep, can you wake me up? And I went, yeah, no worries. And they did. They woke me up, at about 2 stops from mine
Right.
at Sutherland.
And what
Not
happened?
Sutherland, no, it was after that.
So what happened when you got home and your wife had received this call from your brother saying he's got a drinking problem and he's, out like a light?
She just accepted it all.
Oh, sure she
She
did.
just went, oh, yeah, fair enough.
I've got-
Sounds about right.
That sounds about
Sounds
right.
about right. That's coming from my brother.
Yeah.
My brother.
I once nodded off and I hadn't had a drink. That's when the Grand Prix was in Adelaide all those years ago, and I had relatives in Adelaide, and Harley said, let's go to the Grand Prix. He's obsessed with cars. He used to
Yeah.
race a car, et cetera, et cetera. I can take it or leave it.
He likes fast cars and fast women.
Sure. And so we were sitting on the corner of the hairpin, and as you say, it's like being on a train, that mesmerising kind of, I fell asleep
Really?
on the hairpin
On
bend.
the hairpin.
Yeah.
Didn't you fall asleep while you were driving in the celebrity race as well? Explain a lot.
Yeah. And how did you feel after you got spayed like that cat?
I haven't fallen asleep since. Mic drop. It's time.
It's time. Let's talk about something we didn't get around to talking about on the show today. Often you see things on socials and they say new fear unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that when I saw this story. A roller coaster in Portland, Oregon was stuck upside down for 20 minutes. Right at the apex, they're saying, which 30 people were trapped. This thing was a big spinnerinery, and you sit with your legs dangling out, and it was stuck upside down in that upside down position. And at first they just thought, oh, it's a slight glitch, we'll let it go. Kept going and going and going. They had to get the Portland Fire and Rescue to come and try and save them. Some of the people thought that they were going to die, and it's young kids and stuff, 18-year-olds. At first I was freaking out, and then I was like, it's fine. And then, oh my God, I thought we'd come down in 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever. This person told CNN. She said 20 seconds turned into 3 minutes, and then everyone started to panic, to scream, and call for help.
Oh, wow. And they're up there for 20 minutes. But what's the implications for that?
Let me tell you the medical implications of being upside down. Prolonged inversion can result in blood pooling in the brain, potentially causing ruptured blood vessels and brain hemorrhages, heart failure, because your blood can't pump.
Yeah, right,
It
of course.
doesn't pump up. It
Yeah.
needs gravity to do
Yeah.
all of that. The pump
Yeah.
can only do so much, and you'd look weird with your eyes all bugged out. A person should hang upside down for less than a minute at a time, they say, and wait at least 1.5 minutes before the next inversion. But yogis, not Yogi Bear, professional yogis, not those amateurs,
No.
they can hang upside down for hours.
Yogi used to hang around those picnic baskets, and that would have been bad for his health as well. Because if I see the American diet, it's a lot of bread, a lot of meat, a lot of carbs.
Remember that photo Andrew Denton had once, and he was hanging upside down in a tree, And then for some reason, that same publication constantly used that photo, but they'd invert it. So there was no reference to the fact he had been upside down. So his face just looked weird and you couldn't work out
like
why.
He was having some sort of medical disorder.
Yeah, but you didn't know why. He just looked odd.
The paper just used this. Did Amanda tick off a media outlet? Yeah, of course he did.
Did Amanda?
Did Andrew? Did Andrew tick off a media outlet?
Maybe he did. Maybe he refused to give them another photo and they said, all right, we'll just turn this one upside down and use that.
It's interesting you say that. Many years ago, I was going to be on the front page of one of those little lifestyle, things. How does he do it? He's such an amazing guy. One of those, those lift
Then they
outs.
got Larry Emder instead.
Lift outs in the newspaper. And the photographer said, well, what do we do? We'll get you some headphones and and I said,
gurn.
and I said, oh, well, why don't we be really cliched and why don't we just do this? And I cupped my ear the old school radio way and just
Like from the 50s.
Yeah, and did a big cheesy radio face. At the time, I had terrible, terrible teeth. So my front teeth, I look like a jack-o'-lantern. I made Hughesy look like he had fantastic choppers. And
So you're cupping your ear with your teeth.
Yeah, like that. And so they ran with that photo because I was being a smartass in the photo session.
But they can't fix your teeth.
No, exactly. And they didn't. That picture was terrible. It still goes around. You can Google
I
it.
see. They still use it.
They still used it. They still use it to this day.
Yeah.
And as you can see, my choppers are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back then,
You
could put me out on the porch, scare kids away at Halloween. So you got to be
They
careful.
carved out the inside of your head many years ago and you still turned up to work and no one noticed.
Scooped all the insides out. Well, now I'm just worried about. I like going on roller coasters.
I forget how violent they are because from the outside, you just see the up and the down.
Yep.
They cover the other bit. So I go, I'm going to do that. I went to Disney World and my kids refused to go on some of the rides. I went on them on my own. And I forget the violence of the pulling, the swinging, the rocking. The young kid who's on the one next to me had some headphones in, probably so he couldn't hear my screams. And as soon as it starts, you go, oh, that's right, I forgot it was this. It's like childbirth. I forgot it was this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those spinning around ones I'm not so much a fan of.
The spew ones.
Yeah, but I like the big drop ones. They're pretty cool.
The big drop. If it just went up and did a big drop, I'd be happy. It's the spinnerinery and the upside down whirly gig I don't like.
What I do, if I look at the attendant before I go on the
They're
ride,
covered in vom. Get out.
if it looks like a photo from me from the front page of a lifestyle lift-out newspaper,
And he's holding a spanner.
with teeth like mine,
I've told you the story about
I know to stay clear.
my friend who went on the rota. She talked her brother into letting her go to Luna Park with him and his friends. He didn't want to, but she insisted. Mum said, take your sister. So she was wearing one of those tops that we all made at school, which tied in the front.
Oh, yeah.
A bolero kind of a top that tied in the front. And she stuffed her top with socks. Goes on the rotor. And you can't move your hands. If you know the rotor, it's that big spinnerinery thing. The bottom drops out.
You're stuck to the wall.
You're stuck to the wall and can't move. So she's opposite her brother's friends on this thing and she looks in her peripheral vision and sees a white thing. She goes, what's that? It was the socks coming out of a top up round her head.
Right.
Dreadful.
Your bosoms seem to be escaping.
She's in her early 60s and still can't talk about it.
She'd be
Luckily,
great.
I can.
It's grateful for you for bringing that up.
But she loves it.
Hey, everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
Hello, it's Cutting Room Floor.
I saw a TikTok that I'd like to share with you and get your thoughts on.
Okay.
It's this young woman and, she's got interesting eyeshadow and a funky hairdo and she talks like a American TikToker. But she's talking about God and about Jesus. Anyway, have a listen.
Let's talk about what Jesus wears when he is in heaven. My name's Dakota Lee. I have a gift to see into the spiritual world beyond, and I have been visiting heaven. God's been letting me since I was 12 years old, and I love hanging out with Jesus. When Jesus is in heaven, he often wears his hair back in a low ponytail. And he'll wear sandals. He'll often be barefoot. And he'll wear very loose-fitting clothing. I've seen him in an actual tunic plenty of times. But he will dress sometimes for the occasion. This one time, just because he wanted to make me laugh, he appeared to me in a cowboy hat. And I love horses, but it was so I love cowboy hats, but it was so weird to see him in that. Jesus definitely has a sense of humor. But one thing about Jesus, he told me, he does not like tight-fitting clothes.
Well,
I've got a couple of questions. From her point of view, if you had access to Jesus, wouldn't you be asking some searing questions and come back to us all and say, here's what Jesus says about the state of the world and the state of humanity?
yeah.
And if you were Jesus and you knew that you could speak directly to a person who could go on TikTok, wouldn't you impart some information to her?
Instead of just putting a cowboy hat on. I think that's
And
what
pretending to be Beyonce.
that's what Jesus would do.
You know.
Because I'd like to be mates with you. Imagine hanging out with Jesus.
But
he'd be great.
He would, but her only insight into what it's like
is
that
what he wears.
Is that he dresses exactly as we've seen him illustrated in Bible stories. How insightful.
And pretty much that's the anglicised version of how Jesus would look.
Yeah, that's right.
Ponytail, sandals, robes.
And sometimes barefoot.
Yeah.
But what a great sense of humour. He doesn't like tight-fitting clothes. You're not going to see him in Lycra.
No.
He's not going to be in leisure wear.
No.
No. I wonder if you're in heaven, we've spoken about this before, you and I, if you go up to the pearly gates when you've passed away,
Yep.
are you in there in what you were buried in or what you died in?
That's a good question.
And how come Jesus is still wearing clothes that are, well, actually, they're not age appropriate, not time appropriate, not eon appropriate, because he's wearing a cowboy hat.
Well, to this young lady, yes. Yes, there's a lot of questions because when Jesus was indeed crucified and put into the crypt,
He could have done with a hat. He was outside for some time.
And they had the shroud of Turin. They put the shroud over him, and that came out. And someone, I don't know, that's still going. The shroud of Turin, that's around. It's interesting. The outfit of the time, though, that they wore. There was.
He's still wearing it by the sound of things, apart from the hat.
So that answers your question, though.
But it's not like he's adopted Crocs.
No. If Jesus would not wear Crocs, for the love of Pete and the other apostles, no, Jesus would not wear
But you
Crocs.
think he'd ask a question like, gee, or does he know everything? He knows what modern carpentry is like.
Yep, he's a tradie.
Well, that's the thing. Would he ask her to impart information or he already knows it?
That's why he's taking so long to get back to us. He's a carpenter.
He's a carpenter. Remember when Mary appeared down at Coogee, near where I live? She did an apparition.
Yeah.
Only at certain times of day. She wasn't there after 3 because the light on the fence was different, but also she had to do school pickup.
That's right. Yeah.
And to this day, there are monuments down there. A whole lot of Filipino nuns would come down and leave.
So what happened with that? It was an optical illusion. There's the white picket fence thing.
That's what cynics would say. It was an optical illusion.
But the illusion at a certain time in the afternoon, as you said, 3 o'clock, would bear light onto the white structure. So what happened to that?
Well, locals got angry. I wasn't one of them, but people thought, talk about false idols. People thought, why are you worshipping a fence post? It's an illusion. And they painted the fence black and then kicked it over.
Oh, that's so...
Mary had to wait at another bus stop.
Isn't it enough just to paint it black? Why kick it over?
Well, it brings up a lot of emotion in people when people are worshipping the wrong things.
Yeah, it's true.
You can be a big worshipper of Mary and all the goodness that she would impart without believing that the apparition on a fence paling is her.
Yeah, I believe in Jesus.
Yes, and my cynicism about the fence post isn't about my cynicism about Mary.
When someone says, I don't believe in God and I don't believe in anything afterwards, I think, well, hang on a minute, I'd like to, I'd like to get to the pearly gates.
Keep your options open.
In the outfit that my family have dressed me in, more likely a tutu.
Yeah, a little Bo Peep, sense of humour till the end.
And Peter's going through the ledger. And I'd say, well, Pete.
I wonder if you get nervous when you're standing there.
Yeah.
So, and I'd get there and say, did Jonesy get in? Because if he gets in, surely I'll get in.
Oh, man. And I'm thinking the same thing. Gee, it's hot in here and you'd whinge. Excuse me, Beelzebub.
Well, I wonder what he wears.
Can we just...
He'd wear Crocs.
No, he's got cloven hooves.
Oh, yeah. There's that.
He's got...
We're probably going to hell for this conversation.
We're all in it together.